Good day, grade nines. This is the continuation of activity 4 of the term revision exercise on page 60. So this, I have already posted the opening balances for check my figures, and I have also posted the CRJ. So this is part 3 of activity 4. Okay, so we've already posted the CRJ. Now we are left with the CPJ. All right, so when posting from the CPJ, we have to now change my way of thinking, and we have to say, right, what is happening to my bank account? Okay, I am paying. Remember, we always look at accounting from the business's point of view. So the business is now paying. So what is happening to their bank account? Do they have more or less money? If they are paying, that means that their bank is getting less. So bank is going to be decreasing. All right, so we are going to post all of these columns now. I'm going to start with bank. Bank amount being 25,069. So now we go to my bank general ledger, okay, which is on page 44. And now I need to say to myself, right, what is bank classified as? Bank is classified as an asset. Okay, assets increase on the debit and decrease on the credit. So what is happening to my bank account in my CPJ? We said that my bank is decreasing. Okay, and then on which side does bank decrease? It decreases on the credit side. So I'm posting a total, so it's once again on the 30th of September 2019. My contra account, I cannot write bank because I am in bank. I cannot write anything else because there's no other account. So I have to write, what is this? This is the total amount of payments that I have done for the month. So this becomes total payments from the CPJ, and then the amount was 25,069. So in essence, grade 9s, what did we just do to bank? We credited bank. What is my double entry principle? My double entry principle says that for every debit, I have to have a credit. So in other words, all of these entries in my CPJ have now already been credited. So in other words, everything first went into bank and then into another account. So there's always two accounts involved. So what did we do to bank? We credited bank. So all of these amounts have already been credited. My double entry principle tells me that for every credit, there has to be a debit. So what am I going to do to all these other accounts now? I will debit them in my general ledger. So they will go on the debit side of the general ledger account. And what will my contra account be? The wording that goes on the inside of the account? Well, it went into bank and trading stock, or bank and consumables. So if we've already credited bank with the word total payments. So if I'm in trading stock, my contra account is going to be bank because the amount first went into bank and then into trading stock. So I'll do a little summary at the end as well, but basically in my CPJ, I credit bank and I debit all other accounts with the word bank. I'll do a little explanation of that now. Okay, so we've done bank. Now we go to trading stock. You have to ask yourself the question, what is happening in my cash payments journal? I am paying. So if I am paying for something, what is happening to that actual account? So why is this trading stock column here? I purchased trading stock. So now, do I have more or less trading stock? I have more trading stock. Okay, so trading stock is increasing. Consumables. I bought consumables. Okay, but we have to be careful here because this is an expense and this is an asset. So yes, I have more consumables, but it's not treated the same way as an asset. What do expenses do to my owner's equity? They always decrease my owner's equity. So I'm going to show you the difference between those two now as well. Okay, so let's go post my trading stock, which is 5,638. So what is trading stock classified as? Trading stock is classified as an asset. It increases on the debit side and decreases on the credit side. So in essence, what just happened in my CPJ? I purchased more trading stock. So now do I have more or less trading stock? Well, I'm going to have more stock. So this is why it's going on the debit side. It's a total, so it will go on the 30th. What is my contra account going to be? My contra account is going to be bank from the CPJ, and my total amount was 5,638. Okay, remember I said to you earlier that every account first had to go into bank. So this 5,638 is included in this total over here. So there's my credit and there's my debit, and my contra account is bank. So remember, when posting from the CPJ, we will credit bank with the word total payments, and then all the other accounts that are in my CPJ will be debited with the word bank, and then the total of the column. Right. Okay, now we are moving on to our next column, which is consumables. Consumables amount is 1,718. So grade 9's consumables are things that we use up in a business. All right, stuff like coffee and tea, milk, cleaning materials, something that gets used up in the business. Now, if we look at consumable goods, it is classified as an owner's equity expense. Expenses, although we are buying more of them, okay, expenses can never increase my owner's equity. An expense always decreases my owner's equity because it's an expense. I have less money to spend. I've spent money on something that is not going to bring me an income in return. All right. So remember I said to you, we credit bank and we debit all other accounts. So on the 30th, my contra account is going to be bank from the CPJ, and my amount is 1,718. And we can see there that consumable goods is an owner's equity expense. Expenses always decrease my owner's equity, and owner's equity decreases on the debit side. So that is why this entry is going here on the debit side. Where is my credit? My credit is over here in bank. Remember, this total included all the entries that were in my CPJ. So there is my credit, and my contra account in consumable goods, there is the word bank now. So now that I know this total includes all of these amounts that are on the debit side that say bank. So that's how I can work it out. Okay, next we have wages. Wages, which is 5,390. Okay, wages is also classified as an owner's equity expense. Owner's equity expenses always decrease my owner's equity, and owner's equity decreases on the debit side. I am posting a column from my CPJ, so it's on the 30th. My contra account, once again, is going to be bank. It's coming from my CPJ, and my amount is 5,390. Lovely. Okay, now we have all my sundry accounts. Remember, sundries have to be posted on the specific date that they occurred. So, I'm going to start with my balance sheet. No, wait, let's see. Let's start with all the ones that go in my balance sheet. So we can look at B4, B2. Okay, so let's post B2 first. On the 22nd, drawings. Okay, so B2 on the 22nd. Why is it going on the debit side, grade 9s? because it is an owner's equity expense. And what do expenses do to my owner's equity? They always decrease my owner's equity, and it decreases on the debit side. Which journal is it coming from? CPJ. So my contra account is going to be bank. Okay, and my amount there was 850. Awesome. Then my next B is B4, which is equipment. Okay, and that was on the 4th. Okay, it's also going on the debit side. I'll explain to you now why. Okay, equipment is an asset. Assets increase on the debit and decrease on the credit. Which journal was equipment in? It was in my CPJ. So what does that mean? That means that I bought more equipment. So do I have more or less equipment? I'm going to have more. So that is why it goes on the debit side. It's coming from the cash payments journal. So my contra account is bank. Where was my credit entry for this? It was in my bank account, included in the total payments amount. So this is included, yeah, is my credits. Okay. Equipment was 3,560. I have more equipment now. Then there was another entry for equipment of 1850 on the 16th. So once again, also on the debit side, bank, CPJ, and that amount, sorry, I forgot now, 1850. 1850. Okay, hopefully we get that. Okay, B. I've done drawings, I've done equipment. Okay, now we can go to my nominal sheet. Okay, we can see we've got rent expense, stationery, and water and electricity. So I'm going to start with rent. Oh, sorry. I'm going to start with rent expense, which is on the 2nd. So rent expense is an owner's equity expense account. Okay, it will be found in my nominal sheet section. It is an expense. And what do expenses do to my owner's equity? They always decrease my owner's equity on the debit side. So this was on the 2nd. It's coming from the cash payments journal. My contra account is going to be bank. From the CPJ, and rent expense was 4950. Right, next we have stationery. Stationery is also classified as an owner's equity expense. Expenses